We were saying during preseason, we just want the Bears to play meaningful football in November. Now, I don't know about y'all. It's November 4th currently. It is November 4th, and the Bears are firmly in the playoff race to try to get not even really just a wild card. They're in the race for the division. Now, I just want to put it out here for people who don't listen and just want to comment all the time. I am not saying that the Bears are going to win this division because I do not believe they're going to win this division. But they are in this division race right now. If you look at the NFC North, it is all separated by a game. Green Bay is number one at 5-2-1. We have the same record as Detroit. Detroit is number two because they beat us week two, and we're a game better than Minnesota right now. So if you look at the overall standings when it comes to the league, and we got like the playoffs and things like that. If the playoffs started today, the Bears will be let me see. Press the wrong button. I press league. We go to conference. The Bears will be just out of the playoffs. We would have missed the playoffs by losing to Detroit. And we'd be the eighth seed right now. But everything from really the entire NFC is separated by like a game or two. You know what I'm saying? So everything is on the table right now for the Bears and like 8 or 9 other teams to have a chance to make the playoffs. So I'm gonna talk about the Bears remaining schedule, and we're not gonna do a game by game thing, but just say like how we think we're gonna fare against them. So this upcoming Sunday at home against the Giants, like you said, to me is their last. You should win this game of the season. Now I do think every game on this schedule is winnable. There's nothing on here that I'm like, oh, they have no chance to win that. Every game on the schedule is winnable. But the Giants game is the last game. I'm like, oh, you better win that game. Now, that doesn't mean the Giants are not going to put up a competition. I do think Jackson Dart has been a lot better than advertised. Granted, he doesn't have Scatterbo. He doesn't have Neighbors. But, they've been in all of these games. Now, the good thing here for the Bears is that they have a atrocious run defense, which is why I think you're going to see even more healthy dose of Calvin Guy and DeAndre Swift if DeAndre Swift does play. And we'll find out tomorrow what his if he's going to practice or not. But after that, you got to go on the road against the Vikings, the team you already lost to week one, a defense that's going to make things tricky for Caleb, and J.J. McCarthy, who actually played well last week and actually beat the Bears week one. So you got that. Week after, this is the game that I was excited for at first, but now I'm scared because I see our defense. Aaron Rodgers is coming to Chicago. I think that game's getting flexed. I don't know about you. I don't know what the Sunday night game is that night. In fact, let me check to see what the actual NFL schedule is on week 12 to see what the Sunday night game is. Let's see. Sunday night game on week 12 is no, that's not getting flexed out. Buccaneers Rams, they're not flexing that up. Yeah, Buccaneers Rams ain't getting flexed out for for Bears Steelers. But you know what could get flexed out? They might move Browns Raiders up and put them on a 3 p.m. slot. Maybe. It depends on where this game is at. Is this game in Vegas? I don't know. Either way, this might stay there. But anyway, you got to play. You got to play the Steelers, who are playing some good ball. They're 5-3, same record, and you know that Aaron Rodgers is going to be salivating to beat this team. This is his last time in Soldier Field. he's gonna try to run the I own you gimmick, which isn't a gimmick, it's true again. So you got that. Then after that, you got the Black Friday game in Philadelphia against the Eagles. Then after that, you go on the road to play the Green Bay Packers. Then after that, you come home. Yes, and the Browns are a winnable game, but this is why I'm kind of scared about the Browns game because the Browns defense is really, really good. The Browns defense is really, really good. But that's still, a game you should win. Then you play the Packers twice in 3 weeks. That Saturday game with this TBD, they don't have the time because the Eagles play the Commanders, but the Commanders are out of it. The Commanders are out of it, and I don't think Jaden Daniels is playing a snap for the rest of the year. So I do believe Bears Packers is going to be a night game in Soldier Field on a Saturday. When the last time the Bears played the Packers at home in a night game? This had to have been like that 2019 opener.
Yep.
Which was a field goal fest. Then you got Sunday Night Football against the Niners, and then you closed out at home against the Lions. That's probably going to be worth something. So this is my feeling on these final 9 games. Now, I said this team was going to go 9-8 to finish the season, and they were going to barely miss the playoffs. We are very much on track for my prediction. I have not flinched. I do believe they're going to win 9 games. I feel even more confident than I did before I actually made my prediction back in August, because really they just got to go 4-5 over the next 9 to win 9 games, which I think is possible. 10 wins is still on the table. 11 wins is still on the table. But I just don't have confidence in this defense for them to actually win these games against better teams to actually make the playoffs, or something miraculous is winning the division. Now, Kyler Gordon will be available to come off IR the week of the Steelers game, which is good. We should be hearing something about Jalen Johnson within the next couple of weeks. Remember, they originally said he was going to be out for the season. Then they changed it, said there's a chance for him to come back. We know his rehab has been crazy. So there might be a chance, especially if the Bears keep winning, for him to come back. But overall, this is the team you got. Now, I do believe Montez Sweat has been playing a lot better these last couple of weeks, but he's still just a guy. I don't have faith in the defense enough to win 10, 11 games, but I do believe they're going to win 9 games. And when this season ends, we're going to be like, oh, this is the first time the Bears have had a watchable season front to back since 2018. I know they made the playoffs in 2020, but that's when they first started the Super Wild Card year. Let's be real, the Bears sucked that year. They were not a fun team to watch. And we might not be able to say this Bears team is good, because I don't think it's a good team, but they are exciting. If there's anything you can say, even if I'm a neutral, I'm watching the Bears game. Yeah. When have you ever heard the Bears be a game of the year candidate of offense? And that's what you're seeing from this team. So I do believe I'm going to make a soft prediction on the 4 games that I think this team is going to win to get to my 9-win prediction here for the Bears. So I believe they win. I believe they beat the Giants this week. So that'll be their 6th win. I believe they beat the Vikings in Minnesota. That'll be their 7th win. I think they beat the Browns. That'll be their 8th win. And then their 9th win, they're either going to beat the Lions or the Packers. No. They're going to beat they're going to break their 49er curse. They're going to beat San Francisco in San Francisco. Because I think we losing. I don't think we're going to beat the Packers or the Lions this year. I don't, because of the defense, and I think their offense is, and we all know Jordan Love and Jared Goff can't throw it to you, but I just feel the way that their offensive coaches scheme the games are going to be a problem for the Bears defense. So
I'm not when it comes to the rest of these division games, I'm not going to pick them as a win or a loss. I'm just going to watch them because I know how we feel about the Packers, and I know we play the Packers and the history and all that. I get it. But the Packers got the to me, the Packers got the 2 worst losses in 2025.
Oh, easily.
Top 2.
To the Cardinals,
to the Browns.
Yeah, they lost to the Browns. They lost to the Browns and they lost to the Panthers. Yeah.
And they lost to the Panthers. And that should not happen. To me, those are the 2 worst losses of the year. So, yeah, it might be a situation where they play down to their competition. But it's also a sign that team is not as good as everybody thinks they are. And with Tucker Kraft being out for the year with a torn ACL, you got Matthew Golden that can't stay healthy, Christian Watson, who might not be healthy around that time because he has issues staying healthy and stuff like that. Oh, I think and Josh Jacobs ain't the Josh Jacobs that we know. So
no,
I think there is potential for the Bears to win that game right there. Because offensively, they come in probably as the better team. The Minnesota Vikings, I am still not going to give J.J. McCarthy my respect. That's a winnable game. And the Detroit Lions, is to me is the only game that I'm like, because they whooped our ass, right? But the NFC North is a little crazy right now. So I think there's potential for the Bears to at
There is
least come out
potential for
have
that game to be the final game of the regular season Sunday Night Football.
yeah. So um so I say all that to say, while I'm not about to sit up here and say that the Bears are gonna win this and win that, that division has been crazy. And the people that's at the top that lost games that they shouldn't have lost. Hell, the Detroit Lions losing against the Minnesota Vikings with JJ McCarthy coming back, that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened. So it's a little bit crazy out there. But when we look at those non-divisional games, when we look at the Giants, they should win that game right there. The Steelers game, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? But the Steelers defense is a munch. The Eagles game, out of all of these games, non-divisional games is coming up. The only one that I'm like, we ain't winning that game. We getting our ass whooped on national television.
Philly finna
Is
put the beats on us. That
man, they
might
about to whoop our
that
ass.
might be a read. That remember when they did the electric slide in 2017 on the
Yeah,
Bears? That might be
yes,
one of them.
yes. I thought Merck was gonna kick me out the studio that night. Um, so yeah, and that 49ers game, I'm with you. I'm feeling a bit more confident about that game, especially, which I will say, I feel like that when you look at these games too, outside of the division, when you look at tiebreakers, the 49ers game might be a tiebreaker game. That might be
Yeah,
a
that's
game
true.
to
They
determine
riding
which
the
one of
hunt too.
those two. Yeah,
That's another crazy division. Have you seen the NFC West standings? Oh my god,
it's just
it's
nasty.
ridiculous.
So yeah, so I believe that the Bears will be in the thick of it. Um, they just gonna have to they it's just gonna have to be a crazy NFC North.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think to close this out, my advice for Bears fans: enjoy it. Which is something I feel like I've been telling sports fans more and more. Enjoy your entertaining or good team, because especially as a Bears fan, when we don't have many opportunities. In the 10 years I've been doing this podcast, this is the Bears' third winning season so far. It was 2018, it was 2020, and then there's this year. In 2020, I don't remember much of because it was COVID. We was at home. I was drinking every 5 minutes, so I don't remember much from 2020, like at all. So this is the only one I remember, and this is my first winning season as a member of the media. So it's been fun, I actually get juiced to go to the facility, to go to the games. Because I'm gonna be real, this is gonna sound funny, but like when you're a media member and the team is losing, bro, it gives you no energy. You don't want to go to none of these shits because you know they're just gonna get their ass whooped. It's like, why am I driving all the way up to Lake Forest to watch these dudes practice when I know it's gonna happen on Sunday? But I think one thing that's going to be valuable over these next 9 games, man, is now that the trade deadline is gone, we know this is the team that you have. Da knows he's not getting any more people added to this defense. What's going to be his strategy for the next 9 games? I don't need them to be spectacular, but the way they played last week, this Sunday, and the way they played against Detroit cannot happen for the rest of this season if you want an actual chance. So, but to me, if I'm a Bears, I am a Bears fan, but Bears fans look at it as like we kind of playing with house money because I believe a good 50% of this locker room is not going to be on this team next year when Ben gets to cutting through the fat of this roster and telling polls, I want him gone, I want him gone, I want him in, I want him in. So now just have fun. Let's just watch it. Let's hope that people continue to stay healthy. Let's hope that Caleb continues to improve. But I think this could be a fun holiday season if the Bears win these next couple games. But to me, it starts on Sunday. You have to win Sunday against New York. You lose against Sunday against New York, then it's I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You have to win that game. But I feel comfortable about that. But me and Mikey will do a but preview pod on that on Thursday, man. Bang, anything you want to say before we wrap up? Say?
Hey man, the only thing that I'll say is enjoy the quarterback that you got. Hey, even if
Yes.
you said that worse is even if you said that worse is ceiling or his floor is Kyler Murray or Dak Prescott. Like those are, even though Kyler Murray ain't just got benched low key, like these are highly decent quarterbacks or was highly decent quarterbacks for the most part. These are quarterbacks, if you put a good team around them, they go to the playoffs consistently. They go to the NFC Championship game. They might go to a Super Bowl. They might win it. We might be a bit disappointed about how this trading deadline go or went, especially when you look at what the Colts did at what 7-2 with getting Sauce Gardner for 2 1s. Um, when you look at
I
what the
really want to see
Cowboys
how they're
did,
gonna play the second half of the season because
ooh, I
they
do
got a
too.
tough score. And I
And
believe the Daniel Jones we saw on Sunday is the real Daniel Jones. I am not convinced yet.
I ain't convinced either, but they going for it. When you look at what the Cowboys did with getting Logan Wilson and Quentin Williams. Whoa, like they I guess Jerry Jones wasn't bullshitting last night. He wasn't bullshitting. He was hey, we gonna get some people. And their issue is not their defensive line. Even though Michael Parsons ain't there, their issues is their linebacker core, which they got Logan Wilson, and their defensive backfield, which they ain't getting nobody. But they got defensive line. They hampered there. But even when you look at what the Jets did, the Jets have capital. You damn well better believe that Justin Fields will not be the quarterback of the Jets next season. Neither, and I wanted to say this. I wanted to get a chance to say this. If there's a quarterback that's had the worst luck in the history of quarterbacks, it is Tyrod Taylor, because that man got stabbed, and Justin Herbert had to come in. And he was about to start, and they was like, "Yo, your knee hurt. I guess Justin got to come back in." But the Jets have capital for the next couple of years, and if they put it all together, they should be straight along with Aaron Glenn. So when you look at a team tear it down like the Jets, when you look at a team that you beat like the Dallas Cowboys, who's in the division with the Philadelphia Eagles, who's also in the same division as the Washington Commanders, who everybody hurt. Then when you look at what some of these other teams did, the Seahawks, and others, you kind of wish that the Bears can look at what they have and maybe not necessarily go after some of the people they talk about, but is there somebody that's on a rookie contract that's on the outs that you might can bring in? That Dennis Allen could take advantage of. But you just got CJ, GJ. You got Joe Tryon, Buddy Ass. Because I'm not saying his last name, I don't know how to pronounce it. So his name would be
Yeah, I have
Joe
no idea how
Tryon,
to
Buddy
pronounce
Ass.
it. Yeah,
Um, you got Austin Booker, who's back healthy. Hopefully you get Grady Jarrett back, and maybe Grady Jarrett might not be for your first half of the season, he for your back half of the season, right? And then we start getting people back healthy and stuff. I guess that's what we're banking on. So that's all we could do is hope there. But I was really hoping that the Bears would probably use the two to get somebody and really go after it.